Hey there, my friends. This is Robin Hood, and today I am bringing you some Battlefield 3 gameplay here on Alborz Mountain. This is going to be the last base in Rush, and my friend Mikenuge and I were attacking here, and this was a pretty incredible ending to a game. So basically, what happened is this was pretty early on when Armored Kill came out. I've had this footage for a while, just haven't gotten around to editing it. And at this point in time, the AC-130 was still incredibly powerful in Rush, and it still is, but it now spawns a lot less frequently. So in this, it was pretty much always up, and so as the attackers, the first few bases were extremely easy for us. So it's been maybe 3 minutes, maybe 4 in the game, and we've gone through all of the bases but these last two here, and I'm in the tank destroyer now. And this map gradually changes from the open lake bed area up to this mountain kind of environment, very snowy, a lot of choke points and such, tons of people crawling around and hiding in rocks. So we're trying to push up. You can see that guy go flying as I blow him up behind me. And this first part is just kind of to show you guys how we're pushing up into the mountains here. But even with the AC-130, this last base, even if you're on an incredible attacking team, the defensive team can really just kind of crack down and really stop you. There's only a few ways in, and it's such an isolated, small area that the AC-130 paradrops, oftentimes when you land, you just end up getting killed almost immediately. So this gameplay here isn't going to be one of those incredible kill streaks. It's going to be one of those longer, kind of more drawn out, just dying and trying to push forward up this hill. Playing the objective, not going for the kills and that kind of stuff. And that really, to me, when that happens, is the beauty of Battlefield. It's fun to get massive kill streaks, but it is so much more satisfying, at least for me and Mike, when you are able to win a game at the last second with a really good push. And right here, just killed a tank trying to clear out this area, blown up a few guys, and there is the B MCOM, the last one we need to take on this set of bases. And our guys are going to run in and arm that now. And I'm just going to provide cover here with this tank destroyer. Just going to keep looking about, trying to find some targets, see these landmines behind me, and in case I need a backup, I'm going to go ahead and blow them up, because sometimes you have to evade stuff. But we go ahead and take that base, and this is a little bit later. You can see how much of a choke point this is. I have an engineer repairing me, and I can't back up because there's another tank destroyer behind me, so I'm really just kind of stuck in this area, and I'm going to pull past the carcass of this Amtrak right here. And there's not really many places for me to go. Enemies all around, like I said, in the rocks, and my team's trying to push up behind us. And the gunner in front there killing someone with C4. But the tank's about to go down. It just blew up, and I'm going to bail out here and try to do as much as I can. There's my buddy spawning on me, and that guy. I'm going to try to take him down, miss, and then in a second here, I'm crazy suppressed, and my shots just aren't even hitting at all, and I'm going to go down. So that was one push failed, and here I'm going to speed this up. We're going to kill a few guys on the side of this mountain, but we're trying to find a back route, not one of the obvious ones. So here it's going to go into fast forward. As you guys can see, we're running all the way around. The out-of-map boundary is pretty close, so we can't actually take the road in from the back. So we've got to find a way up this mountain, and it's really hard to climb up here. And you can see it's very slow going considering how quickly we're going. And there's Mike and another squad mate, and they're both going to give up. Both going to give up and go back around the other way, but I'm actually going to keep trying and manage to get up here. And I'm like, yes, I am behind them. I have a shot, take down one guy at long range. When I pop up, there's another one looking at me, and I'm going to go down. And rather than go through all that trouble again, we're just going to try to keep pushing the conventional way here, right up the center through that one choke point. You'll see tons of people on this ridge, and there's also a choke point just like the one to my left, a little bit farther over, which you're actually going to see in a few seconds here, or more like a minute, but you can just see we're just going to keep getting taken down as we push forward. You know, we'll kill one or two of them, but it doesn't really matter how many of them we kill, because when they die, they respawn. When we die, we respawn, and we lose a ticket. So every one of us that dies is a little bit less reinforcements to try and take this base. So as you can see, even though these guys are sliding down the mountain, and I'm not actually going to get either of those revives there, I'm going to try to revive them, because we need to keep these tickets up, especially with how many of us are dying trying to push up here. The enemy is heavily entrenched, and it's really difficult to get by. And you're going to see a little bit of a revive train right now. Everyone on this hill was just trying to keep each other alive. The other team doesn't have vehicles here, so we don't really need many engineers. We just need to keep everyone alive. I'm going to take away that sniper's life and try to clear people out of the tower. That tower is a real pain. Even snipers who are not incredible at sniping, they literally just have a straight alleyway to guard, so their skill is going to be magnified by the fact that people don't have anywhere to move to evade them. That's why we tried to find that back route. But I'm going to go ahead and go down there, get revived one more time, and jump down here, seeing that that hillside is just leading to my death, and there is a tank, and that proved me wrong. They do in fact have one vehicle. Okay, so this is the point where things get interesting. I'm on this little quad bike here, and I'm going to take the other route I was talking about earlier, the other choke point. Now we're just going to drive on up here and see this poor guy. And I'm not quite sure what he's doing, but I'm just going to run him over. And then you can see I have my map maximized here, and I see another route. I was looking, I was like, there's got to be some other way besides these two. And if you look on the mini-map where I am, to the right there is another road. And I'm going to take this, and it's a really out-of-the-way and far route that the enemy just does not seem to guard, just because it's not something anyone looks at. But we're getting low on tickets here. We are currently at 43. And that seems like a lot, but as I come around back here, they're just going to start dropping. So something was happening up front, and our team was just getting slaughtered. And here I'm telling Mike, spawn on me, man. I found a way around back. You can see we're now pulling up now behind the enemy, and this is actually right in their spawn. So it still is a little bit dangerous, but we had some guys spawn on us, and now we are back behind them. You can see them up there in the rocks. I'm not going to take any shots to give away my position at this point in time. And see this guy here. Our tank's trying to push through, so I'm going to take him down. And I sadly am going to go down, but Mike is still alive, and the other sniper that spawned on us. So you can see this is the guy that took me down. They're still all up in that tower. I'm about to spawn on Mike. He's going to get taken down. Look at our tickets now. We're at 20. We have one of the MCOMs armed. One of them armed. And since now everyone had spawned on us and there was that push in the back, I figured I might be able to try to get through the center and try to push through, since it was pulling defenders away. But that center area is really easy to defend, and it doesn't take many people. And I was being very aggressive, so out in the open I am going to go ahead and go down one more time. And I'm going to spawn on Mike once again behind enemy lines. We are now down to 10 tickets. Remember, just a minute ago we were at 40. And as you can see, the enemies are just spawning around us here. And there goes a ton of them towards the MCOM. We've just got to keep killing them. We've got the one MCOM armed. We're down at 5 tickets and one MCOM armed, one still not armed. And this guy's going to go down. Just going to keep running, keep shooting, and I'm going to go down one more time. Now to 2 tickets. 2 tickets, but we have the other MCOM armed. And since we have that armed, if it goes off, if they disarm it, we're dead. It's over. So I'm just sitting here waiting. Mike's parachuting in. Now we are at 0 tickets. If they disarm, we lose. And we're going to land in here. There's a guy right to my left, and somehow I do not see him. I'm Gonna take this guy down. The game's gonna end, and we thought they disarmed it, but we got the bomb armed because of that push in the back. So I'm gonna actually end that game 40-12, which was fairly decent for what we were coming up against. Almost all of my deaths were there at the end. Went on a massive streak at the beginning of the game, which I did not show because that's not what's important here. It's that our team PTFO'd, and we thought about it. We looked at the map, found the way in from the back, and that took pressure off the front. The tanks trying to get through there were successful. So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed that game. Remember, guys, PTFO, play Rush, and I will see you on the battlefield. Thank you for watching.